This year is about pursuing something great. This year is about the dream that I've had for as long as I can remember. This year is not about showing up. It's about making a statement. Trust me when I say this. The time is now.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the YouTube video. We're going to go old school. We're going to go old school for a few reasons. We've got a lot to do. I've got a lot to do. I'm going away to Vancouver, so it's Andy who's behind the lens, which is amazing, on Tuesday. Today is Saturday, so I've got 2 days to get everything sorted. We just had a launch for these vests for one of mine, so if there's any left, come go cop yourself on. They might be sold out by then. And we've got a lot of stuff on the backstory before we go, so there's not been a lot of time for me to film. I also just moved house. I haven't put this on the channel yet. It's been on Instagram, so if you don't follow me on Instagram, Josh Bridgman. I just moved house. I just moved a house to an apartment. I will like do a little bit of a tour. I don't want to show too much because people found out where I lived last time. It's a little bit weird. But I will show you little bits here and there. But for now, we're going to lay out the next few weeks because we are 8 days out. That's great. Oh man. Oh, so we're coming to peak week now. It's like 7 days out. Basically just means we're training. There's no risk to be taken anymore. I'm not here to build muscle anymore. It's just like retain what you can as safely as you can. So I'm going to remain very, very accurate. I'm not going to be trying to get any PBs. I usually do maybe a 5 plate on this, but 5 plates, 7-8 reps controlled. Has some good stimulus. And the focus here is now switched to reduce inflammation, prime the central nervous system to receive food, as opposed to being so systemically tired, which I have been because I've been having cardio. Today, no cardio, just steps, which is amazing. So for the next 8 days, no cardio, just allow the legs to recover, allow the body to shift that fluid and bring in a crisper look. So training, reduced a little bit, cardio, out. We'll touch on things in a minute. So realistically speaking, before you get into a peak week, you got to be peeled. You got to be ready. You got to be in that position where there's no more body fat left. Otherwise, manipulations that we make along this week are probably not going to make too much of a difference. And ultimately, once the body fat is lost, there's no need to sustain that deficit. So in pulling off that cardio, I'm probably still in a big deficit, with X amount of drugs, the steps, and not a lot of food, or not a huge amount of food for me. I'm probably still in a deficit. So we're just reducing that deficit, reducing the output, and as we go through this week, and as we start going through these videos towards Vancouver, you'll see that we'll start to reduce things like thermogenic to clem. Your himbine's already gone. We'll start to maybe reduce things like T3, bring that down to a TRT dose, and we'll start to pull off that engine of creating a deficit, because our job is done. So that's another thing that we'll be doing over this week. So I think definitively one of the biggest questions I'm going to get asked is, what are you going to do with your drugs? Are you going to change the prop? Are you going to pull your test out, bruh? So I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do absolutely anything different. My test, my primo train is going to stay exactly the same. My T3, my T4, my clen, and everything else is going to remain the exact same. Apart from that clen might taper down a little bit. That T3 might taper down a little bit. The only thing that we've changed is 10 days, 11 days, maybe 11 or 12 days out, we brought in Winstrol. So Winstrol is a really strong drug which you really don't want to be using unless you're doing this at the highest level, I would say. And even then, if you can recreate the look without it, do it. 10 days out, we'll use that up until the show, and then we'll immediately remove that. So that's just kind of a hardening agent. We'll start to see that kind of detail come in a little bit more. It's a bit more of a cosmetic effect. And the thing about orals is, yes, they work, but as soon as you take them out, that effect goes pretty quick. So this is very much a temporary cosmetic fix at a very toxic price. So that is going to be the only drug change that we'll probably make there. So we're going to be flying out Tuesday, like I said. So I train normally Monday, train normally Tuesday, because we fly out about 5 p.m. I think. So I've got a little bit of time in the morning to get my stuff done. That's a 10-hour flight to Vancouver, let's just say that way. They're also 10 hours behind or 8 hours behind or something. So we land at like 5 p.m. So like balancing that day is going to be very difficult. I'm not sure whether I'll have 1 or 2 meals. We'll work out when we get there. And then ultimately, I'll pull out all of my injectables. I won't take any injectables with me. There's no need to do that anymore. I'm using all enanthate, so it's not going to make too much of a difference, just pulling those out. So we'll fly out Tuesday. And then as for like carb loading and everything, probably just leave that till the end, because we may save that for that. Absolutely flat as a pancake today. A little bit of a pump. It's probably just fucking steroids throwing out there. But really, really flat. Feels small, one of those days, but we know that with a little bit of carbohydrates, we know we'll be good. So my show's on the Sunday, which is my mum's birthday, 17th of July. So let's see what we can do for the mumsy. It's going to be really, really good. I'll be on in the morning, Vancouver time, which is like 10 a.m, so maybe like 10 p.m. British time. But we'll be carb loading Friday, Saturday. We'll come in nice and tight that Sunday. Hopefully dry, full, vascular. See how we go. We're going to finish up with biceps here, and then we'll wrap up the rest of that peak week plan. So guys, there we have it. This is the work pretty much done. Bearing in mind there's probably a little bit of fluid, just subcutaneous, that will pull off. Probably honestly going to use a diuretic for the first time ever, just to keep it transparent with you. Nothing crazy. I'm not going to talk about doses or anything, because those are some of the things that actually they are a little bit more on the dangerous side, and that's something that I want to be a little bit more responsible about. So I'm not going to be disclosing that. But if we do use it, I will obviously say, yeah, I use it. But if not, then we're all good. So that's it, guys. Time to cruise in. Time to shift the fatigue. I think my body's pretty inflamed right now. Obviously, I'm pretty like dry, obviously. But my body's pretty inflamed right now. So it's just time to get fresh, put myself in a position to receive food, and hopefully do the damn thing. So guys, if you've been enjoying the series, if you've been enjoying it so far, let me know. We're nearly at our first show day. So guys, comment, subscribe, like, see you soon. Peace.